Ladies and gentlemen, Clash Royale is not stopping to glaze us with their feats, and with that they posted another teaser for the next season, and I'm highly sure that this one will be the next evolution for Clash Royale in August. So let's take a closer look into this image they posted. We see an iron armor and some big, probably stinky feats there and blue trousers, and these should be the main details in the picture. First of all, I will show you something later as well, but that's what we have to discuss first. So regarding what we are seeing right here, this iron looks really familiar to Mega Knight, and the thing is Mega Knight already has an evolution, so this cannot be the case. But next to this we also have other cards in the game that consist out of iron, something like P.E.K.K.A. or Mini P.E.K.K.A. So the question is, could this actually be a P.E.K.K.A. evolution? No, of course not, because we also have P.E.K.K.A. evolution, but I just quickly designed this one and it looks quite funny, I would say, but this is something that would make no sense, even not for Mini P.E.K.K.A, because he is a machine and he has no feet, so this would absolutely not fit with that. So with that, we have to go over to some other cards that might potentially get this evolution we are seeing right here, and the biggest problem is a lot of cards that would fit are already evolved, so we cannot select them. Instead we have to find different ones, and just looking at blue trousers and naked feet, so my first fit was the fisherman. Fisherman has blue trousers, naked feet, but nothing related to iron except of his anchor, and that's probably not the card we're looking for. I just wanted to include it. If they do something with this iron armor that's coming with this new card, this new evolution, whatever it might be, it definitely has to be something like shield. I'm pretty sure if they evolve something with some iron stuff, it always is related to being stronger in a way of HP or maybe also damage. But then I went further to this list of cards we have here, and I found out Dark Prince, for example, already has something like a shield. His armor is also made out of iron or steel or whatever it is, but this is actually a card that could fit here. But if we look closer, he already has shoes, so that's difficult because the evolution has no shoes, and I don't think a card will swap away the shoes when they evolve, so this should not be the case. And it's actually the same for the prince as well. There we go, he is kind of the same one. He also has some iron stuff there and shoes, so it's not perfectly fitting, but it could be possible. I just want to include it here in case this fits in a way. But before we can continue, I have to ask you something really important. Are these feats from a male or a female? Well, some of you probably know this really good. My guess would be this is also a male feat. So I'm excluding the Rune Giant out of it. She has no shoes, but I don't think that's actually her foot. So I will go deeper and deeper, and then I found out the Giant, and this is a target that could actually fit really well because he has extremely big feet. And just if we look back at this one, yeah, could be an evolution of the Giant, maybe that he gets more tanky, that he has, yeah, a shield or something that protects him. Maybe he reflects something. So Giant, in my opinion, is definitely a viable evolution for this one, but I still have some other theories I want to share because I found some interesting details in there and I don't want to hide them from you. So when we jump into the settings of this picture and we increase the brightness of this picture and then the contrast, let's yeah, increase this one or decrease this one to -100%. Look at what you can see on this right side, not the left side, the right side. This is something that looks like a barrel from, I don't know what, wine barrel. This is something we should definitely consider when talking about this new teaser, because this one allows a very different perspective on what we are looking for. Because when it's related to a barrel, we already have Goblin Barrel and Skeleton Barrel evolution, then it could be clear that this one is a barbarian barrel. So what do you think about this? That it's actually not a shield or something, that the barbarian barrel is made out of iron, it has an evolved barbarian inside of it, and the ability would basically be that this barbarian barrel rolls until it hits a certain amount of units or until it gets destroyed. So it's basically a card with 2 life bars, one for the barbarian and one for the barrel itself. So you somehow have to destroy this barrel, which maybe also deals more damage or can knock back or whatever. They can be very creative here, and they have to destroy this barrel to make it stop rolling. Otherwise it would roll until it hits the tower or the end of the arena, which would be a crazy game changer. Somehow maybe a little bit too broken, but when we talk about evolutions, we also have to consider broken concepts. So that's something I was thinking about, just showing you how this would look as the evolution. So that's probably very familiar to you, just seeing a barbarian in a barrel and then getting evolved. It would make a lot of sense to me. Maybe I'm missing some points here, but that's my guess what the teaser is pointing at. If you have other details, feel free to share them in the comments. I'm hyped to see this, guys, and we will see us really soon with the next video.